Hello dear students, myself Dr. Vijay Lakshmi. Welcome back to the class Carbohydrates. In the last class, we discussed about structure of glucose. Here, we are going to discuss about mutarotation, one of the important properties of carbohydrates, that is mutarotation. So what is mutarotation? A gradual change in specific rotation of an optically active compound until it gets a constant rotation is called mutarotation. Or it can also be defined as a spontaneous change in the specific rotation of an optical active compound is called mutarotation. For example, when alpha D glucose or beta D glucoses are taken, alpha D glucose have a specific rotation plus 113 degree, whereas beta D glucose has specific rotation plus 19 degree. But either of these compounds, when dissolved in water in aqueous condition, their specific rotation go on changing. That is, alpha D specific rotation go on decreasing from plus 113 degree, and finally it reaches plus 53 degree where it remains constant. Or beta D glucose, when dissolved in water, its a specific rotation go on increasing, and finally it reaches plus 53 degree and where it remains constant. So it can be shown by this graph. Specific rotation versus time is plotted. So gradually the alpha D glucose from plus 113 to it reaches 53. Beta D glucose from 19 degree it increases slowly and reaches plus 53. It is like a pendulum. This is the normal stage of the pendulum. Suppose you pull pendulum at this side and leave. So it go on rotating like this on both the sides, and finally it reaches a stable state. So like this, alpha or beta, anyone when dissolved in water, the specific rotation, suppose alpha is plus 113, its rotation go on changing from 113 to 19, then again 113, then 20, then 112, 21, 111, 22, it is 110. So like this it go on decreasing and finally reaches a stable rotation of plus 53. Mechanism for this can be explained again by taking glucose as an example. So in the glucose, it is chemically proved that is the first carbon and fifth carbon are involved. So the carbonyl group of first carbon and hydroxyl group of fifth carbon are involved here. The carbonyl group, that is carbon, it is electron deficient, oxygen is more electronegative, so it gets a slight negative charge. So the hydrogen from this fifth group is shifted to oxygen, and carbon oxygen new bond is formed. So it forms carbon oxygen new bond is formed here, and this C double bond O is converted into COH. There is two possibilities that this C double bond O can shifts this side also, can this shift aside this side also, so that COH bond is formed on this side. So by this formation of a cyclic hemiacetal ring, that is carbon, oxygen and carbon cyclic hemiacetal is formed, and due to this formation, here new asymmetric carbon is formed. Carbon, here it is carbonyl group, that is aldehyde, but after the formation of hemiacetyl ring, this carbon becomes a new asymmetric carbon. See, 4 different groups are attached to the carbon. So these new asymmetric carbon which is formed, this is called anomeric carbon. On the anomeric carbon, the OH group is on right side, this is called alpha D glucose. If the OH group is on left side, then it is called beta D glucose. Both are having a different melting point. It is 146 degree. At 146 degree, alpha D glucose melts, and at 150 degree, beta D glucose melts. Specific rotation of alpha is plus 113 and beta is plus 19 degree. But when either form of this is dissolved in water, either alpha form is dissolved or beta form is dissolved in water, its specific rotation go on changing, and finally it reaches plus 53. The mutarotation occurs because of the slow interconversion of alpha D glucose and beta D glucose via open chain form until equilibrium is established. So equilibrium is established between alpha D glucose, beta D glucose and open chain. So either alpha is dissolved in water, it undergo a slow conversion, and from alpha to open chain and then beta to open chain, then again alpha form. So like already I explained, like the pendulum. So if it is a alpha D glucose, it changes its specific rotation to beta, then again to the alpha, then beta, then alpha, then beta, then alpha, and finally it reaches a stable configuration. So where when a stable configuration is achieved, at this point alpha, beta and open chain, these 3 structures are in equilibrium. So this is about the mutarotation. So mutarotation, it's a gradual change in specific rotation of an optically active compound until it gets a constant rotation, or a spontaneous change in the specific rotation of an optical active compound is called mutarotation. So it can be explained by taking any examples. So here I have given D glucose as an example. The alpha D glucose and beta D glucose, any form of this alpha or beta when dissolved in water, their specific rotation gradually go on changing and finally reaches a constant specific rotation of plus 53 degree. That is due to this equilibrium is established between the 3 structures, that is alpha D glucose, beta D glucose and open chain. So when this equilibrium is finally established between these 3 structures, the specific rotation becomes constant, and this is called mutarotation. Thank you students. In the next video, we will discuss about another one important property of carbohydrates. Thank you.